Hello, beautiful Pisces. Welcome back to the extended for this morning's video. If you haven't seen it already, it'd be really important to watch it because it directly ties in. So, there were 3 different cards for you to look at this morning. This is the first one. We're going to be delving into it. This one was about breathing and deep breathing and how it has a real connection to spirit. And it is also like the the gatekeeper key to being more in touch with spirit. So if you've picked this card, or if you picked all 3, anyway, we're going to be getting more clarification from this, okay? Spirit is going to be giving a little more with the tarot here to help you really connect to this part of yourself, okay? Right. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, you have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is the mastermind. The mastermind, though, when it is coming to anything that has to do with deep breathing, it has to do, for me, is clearing this guy out, okay? And with the transition card coming in or moving on, so it's moving on from the mastermind or the mind. The mind tends to bog us down with things. It doesn't mean to, but for a lot of us, we've let it control the way we live our lives. It is no longer a tool that we utilize to get through things. It is a tool that we kind of just, it feels good to let it take over, because for a lot of us, it makes a lot of sense. Okay, the mind is the logical brain. It's the brain of everything, and it just it takes over, and you feel like this is you're living a life of how do I put this, spirit, of meaningful direction with your mind, right? It can make you feel like you are moving ahead, breaching great barriers by living solely in the mind. The only problem is that sometimes we forget to breathe, okay? And this is what is coming through. You're so much in the mind that you forget that the rest of the body needs to eat, sleep, breathe. Sometimes when you are focusing, you have a project or something that you're doing so intently, you're all about the mind. And you forget the rest. And breathing is some of the most important tool that we have as human beings to connect to a quieter mind, a moment of peace, a moment where we can disconnect from the brain, you know, move away from that, and give ourselves time to simply just be of the body. Being of the body helps, okay? Concentrating on lungs and breathing and hitting all the corners of your body with breath is really a key to the higher realms. It's the beginning point. We are human beings. We can't pretend that we are not, okay? This is what they're saying, right? So they're trying here to illuminate and give you an optimistic fresh start if you've tried this before and have failed, okay? Also, aligning your chakras is very, very important, okay? Breathing helps align the chakras. You can breathe air into your chakras, is what they're telling me right now, okay? And that is excellent work. That's excellent things to be doing. Breath is such a benefit to all of us. Not only does it keep us alive, it can give us so many great things. Even at night when I'm not feeling so well, if I lay down, I will take lots of deep breaths, and suddenly my body seems to relax. The tension seems to leave the body, and all the parts that are just squeezing inside of me kind of release, and it helps. So breath is also medicine, okay? Remember that. It is medicine for you to concentrate, right? When things get tough, when you're so tired, when you're tired, you yawn. That's bringing in more breath to the body. When you are frustrated, if you take a long, hard, long, deep breath, it usually can help with that as well, okay? When you're stuck inside of your head going round and round, taking a deep breath, taking a moment to just concentrate on your breathing can give you much, what's the word here? Release and I'm looking for the word, but it removes the frustration that you are feeling, okay? And it just gives you calm, okay? That's what I'm hearing, calm. It keeps you calm. Especially when you're trying to deal with something that's especially hard. It can be from you or somebody else. Somebody could come in and bring in some stuff and you're going, I just can't deal with that right now. Breath is most certainly something that can help you. Right. It can help you in time when you have to be reviewing and looking at things, okay? When you have to sit and ponder what you need to release, you can release it with a breath, okay? Because this card is about review, change, and then release. Have you ever done this? Release anxiety. That's it. Release your anxiety. Releasing the anxiety with breath. Thank you, Spirit. Just breathe in. When I play music on the bowl, on the singing bowl, I ask you guys to breathe all the time. There's a reason for that. For me, my magic number is 4 deep breaths. For you, it could be more or less. It's all individual, but it is so cleansing. That's another word. Thank you, Spirit. It cleanses you. Such as water cleanses you when you shower. Breathing cleanses the body, helps it rejuvenate and feel better. Right. It will help you in some of the most difficult situations in your life, breathing. Okay? They're saying it's some of the most undervalued free things available to us on this planet to do. Walking in nature really helps. Concentrate on breathing because you have to walk and you're breathing. You ever notice that when you're in nature you tend to breathe in more deeply? Okay? Yeah. They're saying to remember this. It's again when you're having difficult, when you're pondering, when you're releasing, it's all really the same stuff. These are the hard cards, is what they're showing me. In the hardest times of your life, sometimes tears are a great release, but crying too much can really harm the body. It's a good release to a certain point, but really breathing in deep breaths is such a soothing and where's it? Healing. Yeah, it's healing. We nearly don't get enough oxygen. We have lived so much of the mind, and the mind is the biggest culprit, okay? This is why they're showing me these things that I saw a couple years back, or I saw a year back, or I don't know how long ago, but those things that you breathe into and take, and it meters your breaths. You take longer breaths in and slower breaths out. And they were talking about how stressed we are in our minds, how we pack in all full of things that really affects the way we are breathing nowadays. Deep, slow breaths are the best way to heal yourself. The shallow breathing we do is the fight or flight stuff that we used to have when we were running away from danger, but because of stress now we have that. So Spirit is also saying that this will not only help you connect to Spirit and calm you down enough so that you can open that door, it's also such a great way of reconnecting with your body and healing your body and helping your body in the very best way possible. Okay? So there you go, Pisces. If you did pick the breath, they gave you a little bit of information on what everything that can be had from this beautiful thing. As simple as breathing, yes, the breath, it has magic to it. So treat it as such and take a moment to do it consciously. Okay? I'm going to move on to card 2 now, and I hope you enjoyed that. Hello Pisces, so this is card 2, the Divine Source. Beautiful. This talks about meditation, deep breathing, and then meditation, how to quiet the mind. So now we're going to look into what Spirit has to say about it and how to reach it, what tips they have, and what insight and wisdom they have to give with this. Okay, so definitely a give and take, okay? It's generosity of mind. It is sharing yourself. When you meditate, you share yourself with Spirit, okay? And it's a balancing act between both. When you meditate, you lift your vibration high enough for Spirit to come and give you information and to communicate with you, okay? It's also a way to show gratitude. It's also a fantastic way to communicate with them, and they really love that, Pisces, okay? When you take the time and, yeah, take the time to come and visit with them, they really feel your inner strength, okay? To communicate with Spirit is also to very much believe in your inner spirit, okay? So have the strength to believe in your personal power and focusing on your strength, okay? It shows strength of soul, of spirit, and they love that because it shows a sense of you believing in yourself and being calm enough and having enough headspace to be able to reach them. It's a gorgeous energy to be in, and it's one that is, they're always happy that you can communicate with them because they're constantly trying to communicate with you. Okay, Pisces? Always, always. They're always trying to get through to you. Okay? Right. Again with the Star card, this is a different deck. It came out for the Breath card. This meditation also helps for you to see the clarity of the situation, the renewal, the illumination. It also helps line up your chakras, bring forth some beautiful new ideas, okay? It brings it's always such a great way to bring in stuff. Your mind goes blank and you connect with them in meditation. Sometimes you can get in touch with them, but the simple act of just clearing your mind and raising your vibration, whether or not you hit a communication with somebody or not, okay, you're always connected. You're linked into this divine source. And when you do that, you're opening yourself up to great opportunities for real concrete growth, okay? And that means everything. Healthy beginnings to prosperity, to abundance, to rewards. You're planting the seeds, and the ideas start coming in, okay? Great ideas. Ideas that you can plant and that you can count on. So this is one of the greatest tools that you can have, and in ways that you don't even realize is going to help you. You know, believe it or not, they help me a lot with my YouTube channel. I thought they're not going to help me with something that I'm turning into, like, you know, something that I do for work. They're spiritual. No, everything is spiritual, okay? They'll help you surmount challenges, things that you think you're not going to be able to get past, and that's where the Strength card comes in as well. They'll come in and boost you up and give you strength and ideas on how to overcome challenges, how to get past it, okay? They'll put you on adventures, and they'll help you meet the challenges of those adventures, right? Meet the challenges of those adventures, okay? Go above and beyond Persevere through those challenges. Make it up the mountain where others are left behind. Meditation is a fantastic tool. It's beautiful, okay? And it also restores faith in yourself. It's very much, yeah, it's very much, that's what it is. For some, they're saying it will be slow. For some, you've probably tried meditation and communication with spirit, and you've thought to yourself, this is so hard, I can't do this. You know what? Even if you've accomplished nothing, but breathe quietly for 10 minutes and somewhat cleared your mind, you've already opened yourself up to the wonderful energy coming in, okay? It may not even be in the session. It could be later on in that evening. It could be while you're sleeping. You will start seeing things coming in a lot clearer when you give yourself that space of quiet. So they're saying, don't stress over it. Anything you do in meditation, whether or not you connect with spirit or actually do anything but sit there quietly, you are progressing constantly forward towards something much better, okay? And it's long lasting. Oh my God, this is so funny. They're showing me Kegel exercises to strengthen up your pelvic bone, okay? They say it's a muscle that you're developing. You couldn't have just said the brain, right? You couldn't have said just the brain. Okay. They do have sense of humor, by the way, Pisces. They do. They do. But it's like a muscle that you have to exercise. You may not feel it, or you may not able to see it or sense all the good that it's doing, but the proof is in the pudding, okay? We'll just leave it at that. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. But it's true. It's true, okay? Right. Oh, definitely. Yes. It brings in more fortune for you. And as well, with the Devil card, it helps you see the trickery that your mind can sometimes do to you, okay? That little Page of Swords, if you guys are familiar with my channel, you know that the Page of Swords comes in and it kind of makes you believe in things. It keeps your mind busy believing lies. They're very convincing lies, but sometimes there's lies we tell ourselves and they become reality because we start believing them, okay? So this meditation time also puts clarity to certain things, okay? It clears out the space so that you can think more clearly, okay? And walk yourself out of these trickeries, these addictions, these masks that we put on, these things that we think feel good but are not good for us, the cycles of guilt, the cycles of frustrations that we put ourselves through, okay? Because things are not what they appear to be. But in meditation, you can put clarity to it, the star, and really start growing in a more positive way. I cannot stress enough how good this is for you. But Spirit has spoken on this, and I agree 100%. I don't meditate as much as I'd like to, but I meditate a lot when I do this. This is my form of meditation, guys. And when I'm done reading cards with you and really going inside my center, I feel really good. I feel like I have found my true north, okay, and my compass really aligned. So they're saying to do this, to try this as much as you can. You know, pencil it in if you need to. But if you've picked this one is going to have some great benefits to you, Pisces. Thank you so much. I'm going to go to the third card now of creative expression. So stay tuned for that one. Okay, Pisces, the last one is creative expressions. Absolutely. So in creativity, once you've done the breathing work and the meditative work in the last two cards, you can then have a lot of freedom. And in creative expression is also meditation. And this is my creative expression. These readings, what I do with you, is creativity through spirit. And that's how I communicate with them and to you. So, It can be done in many forms, in painting, in writing, in anything that you deem a creative energy for you, okay? Let's see what Spirit has to say. I hope you've enjoyed this today. I really enjoyed doing this for you. It takes a little more time, but I really liked it. Yeah, we had such an interesting week of readings. I felt that the energy was just to let Spirit come in and give as much info. The reason I picked the Light Seer is because this is a creative interpretation of the Rider-Waite deck, and I found that this was really, really good. Okay. All right, Spirit, you're taking your time. I'm good with that. Let's see. We'll give it another shuffle here. They're really thinking this through, I guess, huh? Maybe they're making a point that creative expression really isn't in cards. It is, yeah. It's in the way that you see things. Everybody has their very own way. They're giving me a card that looks like meditation. You have the Seven of Wands. So this creative thing, this creative expression, sometimes it confuses people because they think certain things are creative and other things are not. Everything is creative, okay? Whatever job you're doing, even if it's picking up trash, it can be creative, okay? You can end up taking that trash and building statues and doing all kinds of things. Or you can be simply recycling it and helping the planet. It's something that is very passionate, okay? When you feel passionate about something, it is your creative expression on things, okay? So there's no real big challenge on this. Okay, they're saying, like they said before with card number 2, if you have problems, meditate on it. But it is also, creative expression is also a form of meditation and also a form on how to overcome difficult times. When you escape to your creative expression, when you're having a hard time, your form of meditation and passion, you're following your true course and what you really want to be doing in life, okay? Some people say, oh, you're running away. You're not. You're being yourself. Probably more yourself than you've ever been. It's hard to do that in this world. We've been conditioned to follow certain roads. And this is very different. This is telling you to go your own way. Okay? Very much like this song. You can go your own way. Right. Like they're saying, sometimes it's not that easy to figure out what your creative expression is. But don't sweat it too much, okay? One thing you can be certain of, if you're bored and feel stagnant in whatever you do, you're definitely not practicing your passions or your creative expression. So you need to look further, or you need to wait for something to come in that really makes you feel better, that's guiding you to what you need to do or what you need to be, okay? Right, the King of Swords. And then this King of Swords, I interpret it of, he's usually a mastermind, somebody who's very sharp of mind. I will say one thing for this, sometimes expression or creativity or passion does not come from the mind. However, it is a good thing, in this case, to your mind to take flight. There are so many indications of birds in this, and air, and sitting on top of a mountain, that this is what comes through with this card for me. If you need to meditate on it, if you need to take time out on it to figure out what you really love. What do I love? What do I want to do? How do I want to do this? Then by all means, that's what you should do, okay? This will help you figure out where you want to take your first steps, what creative energy you want to delve into, okay? Right. And when you do, then you can lead your own chariot. The very best indication of knowing is when you feel you're at the lead of something. When you feel something is controlling you, probably not your creativity at its best. When you have the reins on something, when you paint this beautiful butterfly and you think, that's exactly how I feel or what I want to express, you're definitely leading the charge on this chariot, okay? So that's a real indication of creative expression. When you feel that what you are doing is totally you and totally in the direction you want to go, you know. You know. It's a knowing, okay? That is very connected to spirit. Sometimes creativity ends up, well, it lets you take a step away from stressful situations. And we've already talked about this here. Okay? Sometimes those situations come in. But sometimes it's also begging you to leave stressful situations. Okay? It puts to mind that there's something better for you. And I've done that just recently, so I know how that feels. And I've walked straight into the sun. Well, I thought it was the sun. You can't really see it. But you know there's light there. Okay? And you can see the flurry of birds, so you know there's something there. You're not sure what, but you know it's better. It's got to be better than where you've been. So creativity can lead you down the path of where you need to go, but more importantly, out of something that is causing you stress and anxiety. And it puts a stressful end to situations and lets you just practice in, I don't know, your passion, your belief, your light, okay? And practicing in your own inner light is definitely the way to connecting better to spirit, okay? You open the door wide open to that, Pisces, absolutely. Right. The star, right? Okay. By doing this, you put the star. Now, I'm going to say this. The star card came out in the 3 decks. The 3 different cards. Thank you, Spirit, for that synchronicity. It will align you to Spirit. It will align your chakras. It will let you see the illumination on something. It will put the light, the optimistic, the renewal, the boundlessness, okay, the personal healing, your optimism for a fresh new start. All of these cards, all of these messages are propelling you to that, okay, to your one true meaning of what that means to you, to heal you, okay, and to bring you out of your darkest hour into the dawning of a new day, to be the star of your own show, to be the light of your life. Let yourself be guided by a star. Let yourself fly the star, okay? Be the star. Whatever way you want to cut it, it is you shining brightly in your journey, in this journey that you are on this time around. So, so important, Pisces. So important. Anyway, this is it. Thank you so much. Oh, I love doing this. This was so great. I love the energy of it. It was so calming and peaceful and happy. And I hope that you felt the very same. I hope that you watch both. I hope you watch the morning and the night. And I hope that you watched all 3, because really and truly I think that the messages are perfect for anybody and everybody here. Okay? Take it with you and use the information the Spirit has given to uplift you in the most and precious way. Take care of yourself, Pisces. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. Take care of yourself.